groovy.
Howdy. I'm gonna separate your head from your shoulders. Hope you don't mind none.
Yoo-hoo, it's vampire time, and thanks for tuning in to another cult horror movie review.
Turn around and feast your eyes.
Style is on the menu tonight as we're reviewing Near Dark, a western horror vampire flick directed by Katheryn Bigelow. Before she would be making gritty, down-to-earth, realistic drama war thrillers like The Hurt Locker, Zero Dark 30, and Detroit, she was on the director's chair for this. And if you're a horror movie fan like I am, you're going to surely sink your teeth into this one. But just before you do that, if there's a cult movie you'd like me to review, leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and let me know your thoughts and feelings on Near Dark. Taking place in rural Oklahoma, Adrian Pasdar plays a young modern cowboy named Caleb, who's bitten by a girl who happens to be a vampire. Realizing he can't fit into the normal world anymore, he's adopted by a group of nomadic, shabby vampires who roll around in a van claiming their victims at night. On the one hand, Near Dark has all the good stuff you'd be hoping for. Likeable characters, lots of fun gore and some wicked special effects, action scenes, and generally a whole lot of camp, including a smooth synth score from Tangerine Dream, who also did the music for other classics like Sorcerer. Man, do I love that soundtrack. There's a good amount of creative thinking in this story. They ditched the classic look of the older vampires like Count Dracula and went for shabbier, dirty-looking things that are living on the fringes of society. And Bill Paxton was great as a silver jacket-wearing, gun-toting, blood-sucking fiend with a cruel sense of humor. His performance was a lot of fun.
It's finger-licking good.
And let's be honest, how many horror films have successfully been able to marry the horror and western genre to make for something good? Not that many I can think of, but this sure is the exception to the rule. But on the other hand, it's also a pertinent story about families sticking together and with a poignant sense of belonging. Caleb at first has a very hard time adjusting to this new immoral lifestyle of his. When he witnesses the horrors those other vampires dabble in, he refuses to be any part of it, and his only desire is to go home to his human family who are desperately out looking for him. Yep, the incompetent police trope is back once more.
What are you doing about that?
Oh, we can't.
Caleb develops a bit of a heartwarming relationship with the lead female vampire who bit him in the first place. The story manages to find that balance where it didn't go into the wishy-washy melodramatic romance too much, because this could have been a major setback. I'd say it's a drop of lightheartedness in a horror movie where the vampires are still menacing, unlike in those terrible mass-produced Twilight films full of crappy love stories made to jerk a flow of tears out of an audience of teenage girls. In fact, I mentioned Pasdar and Paxton, but the whole cast gives decent performances. I also enjoyed watching Jenny Wright as Mae, Lance Henriksen as Jesse, Tim Thomerson as Caleb's father, and even the little sister was pretty charming. And just like in The Night of the Living Dead, where the word zombie is never mentioned, the word vampire here is not once heard in the dialogue, but it only occurred to me after watching. On a final note, Near Dark was a fun and pleasant piece of 80s horror, so go seek this blood-soaked vampiric tale out before it seeks you out.